Assessments are the bridge between what we teach and what students actually learn. In Bloom's AI framework, assessments fit in at every level from remember to create. In this lesson, we'll explore the Worksheet Generator, the Jeopardy Tool, and revisit the Multiple Choice Assessment Tool. We use formative assessments as a way of checking in with student learning along the way and to be able to adjust instruction in real time. Then we use summative assessments at the end as a way to measure mastery. The first tool we're going to look at is the Worksheet Generator. You can find this by typing in Worksheet Generator into the search tool and click on it. The Worksheet Generator is often used as a formative assessment to assess student learning along the way as you work through content. Of course, we'll continue to use university grade level, and we're going to use a standard, again from my home state, on layout and fit up a project from a blueprint for welding. I've also copied in the measurements. Now, I did ask to not use not questions for multiple choice and to increase the level of experience for the student level of the questions. And then I clicked on generate. And of course, you could include any specifications that you have for worksheet writing in that prompt as well. And also, once you become more acquainted with output results, you can change multiple choice and open-ended questions, word, fill in the blank, how many you want, what types of words you want to be used. They did offer a word bank for the fill in the blank. I think I would remove that. It just makes it too easy. I probably would add more multiple choice and maybe one or two additional open-ended questions. But for the most part, this is a quality worksheet that you would just need to review for content. The next tool we're going to explore is the Jeopardy tool. I start to type in Jeopardy, find the review game, click on it, and it opens. Now, the Jeopardy review game is a great way for students to prepare for a summative assessment. You can see I'll start university level, but with summative evaluation being the results here, we'll need more topics, more standards, more objectives. It's how you write your learning plans. And then 6 categories is considered the norm for categories. I have 5 in here right now, so I'll just add one more. Adding more math, because we never get enough math. And then we'll click generate. And it shows up in the style or format of the Jeopardy game show with the topics across the top and the questions being in line with, or the answers, I should say, in line with 100 through 500 value. And that this would be what the students would select as their response that they want to provide to these questions. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste these questions because right now I don't have the answers. And I'm going to use Raina. I'm going to say, Raina, please provide the answers for the questions. And I just have to paste in the Jeopardy questions. And then I'm going to ask in the format of the Jeopardy response for the Construction Technologies Jeopardy game we've put together. Now you'll see that it's kind of interesting what happened. It double added what is. So when I copy and paste these over, I just had to remove the first what is because they don't have to say that twice. As you can see, this is a fun way to prepare for a summative assessment. Finally, we're going to revisit the multiple choice assessment tool. This assessment tool would probably be on my favorites. I'm going to start to type in multiple choice. I find the tool, still set to university. I'm going to go with 10 questions. Just type in any standard. This one happens to be from Welding with the measurements. I'm going to click generate. The reason I wanted to revisit this tool is because how it produces the responses to the questions. So if you look at the responses closely, like in this example, response B is longer and it's the answer. Same with question 8. The C is longer and it's the answer. And that is oftentimes how this tool generates the responses. So I'm going to go back up into the prompt editor and I'm going to ask it to make all the responses in each question similar in length so the correct answer is not so obvious. I got it a little bit closer, as you can see, but there's still some responses that are longer. Now, in this case, however, question 9, B is not the answer, but it's a longer response. I'm also not trying to trick the student, as I think the student's eye will also be drawn to the longer response and more inclined to choose that. So when you copy and paste these questions and responses over into a word processing document, I would recommend not only reviewing it for content, but also for response length. This is a great tool for either formative or summative assessments. And this concludes the assessments lesson. Thank you.